What's up, guys? I'm gonna walk you guys around my new Copart bike.
Bike? Yes. Okay, we can check. Okay. And I am after take a Porsche.
Oh, you think I'm going?
Yes, yes, and go Michigan. Michigan.
No.
Porque no puedes?
Alrighty, y'all. Here she is. We're gonna assess the damage later. I just went and charged this battery over at O'Reilly's. They had to charge it up a little bit before they can test it, and it said it tested actually good. So I'm hoping it actually starts the bike. Alrighty, y'all. So I just put in the battery, and now I just plugged this in, and I'm about to. This is my first time ever doing it, by the way. I want to see if the screen turns on. Oh my god. And I hear the fuel pump going. Okay. Oh, this thing is amazing. I love the look of it. I'm gonna give it a start. I don't know what that red light means, but let's try to give it a start. It took a little bit, but it finally started. It's really smoky right now. Oh my god. Yeah. Holy crap, I just gave it a couple revs and it sounds so good. It's really smoky right now and it stinks, so I was trying to get the engine to run and kind of get that away. Yo! So I got a triple tree clamp, not a clamp, a stand, so I can take off the wheel and the suspension while being clamped on this part and not the freaking wheel. So I got it assembled. It actually took a little bit of time. It didn't come with any instructions, so I just kind of looked it up on Amazon where I bought it from and looked at the pictures, kind of compared and contrasted, and got it all fitted together pretty nicely. It wasn't that hard. I did just put it up on the stand, so you can see it's kind of all straight up. But yeah, it seems to work pretty well. It was kind of sketchy getting up alone for the first time ever. I've never used one of these jacks, but seems to hold it pretty sturdy. Relatively sturdy anyways. Long story short, this thing finally got out of our minivan that we picked it up with, and now it's here sitting in my garage, as you can see. Just to kind of give you a walkthrough of the bike, here it is. This is exactly what it looked like when we bought it, pretty much. Except that wasn't even connected, so we plugged it in, and everything works on the screen, which is great. The screen is not cracked. This bike only has, let me show you guys. This bike only has 1,000 miles on it. Look at that, guys. That's amazing. I'll be going over the price after the bike is done, so I have all the receipts and kind of everything up to date. All right, so I'm going to show you guys kind of the accident. Obviously, front end crash. Luckily, though, I had these little sliders right here, which is awesome. I want to show you guys this crash, though. This is pretty crazy. So you can see, broke this rim right here, but not only in that spot, it broke it right there, broke that spoke, and that one in the back. So, oh, and another one right over there. So you can see it got pretty messed up. What I'm hoping to do right now is I'm working on taking off the wheel. It took me forever to find a tool that would actually go in there, but someone hooked me up with that. Oh, and my flashlight's dead. But anyways, obviously I'm gonna get a new fairing kit. As much as I love this gray, I did go with a different color. I'm not gonna tell you guys that color right now. I kind of want it to be a surprise for the end. So you just have to wait and watch, I guess. This will be a multiple part series video, obviously, so it'll take me a little bit so I can rebuild this thing. My hope is when I get the wheel off that these forks are gonna be straight. If not, that kind of sucks because these are quite expensive. The bike also came with a couple goodies, like this beautiful exhaust. It's a little scratched up, unfortunately, but I'm still gonna leave it on because it looks awesome and it sounds really good. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, this bike actually starts up. So the battery's dead right now, so I mean it has enough charge to open up the switch so you can see the miles, but it doesn't have enough charge to actually start the motor. But this thing actually starts. If you hook up a jumper to it or have a charged battery, it'll start, and it sounds really, really nice. I've only done one bike rebuild in the past, which is on this Ninja 300. And obviously I'm upgrading to the 2019 ZX6-R. And I've actually never owned a bigger bike, so I guess the 600 is considered like a super sport, I guess. So it is quite a bit upgrade from that old bike right there, the 2014 Ninja 300. The first thing I noticed was that this fat wheel, you can see it takes up like my whole hand. In comparison to this little tiny thing, it's like tiny. Like maybe it doesn't show it on video that well, but this thing looks tiny compared to that rear wheel. Also, another thing is the sound. As much as I love this bike, it just doesn't have that awesome motorcycle sound that a lot of sport bikes have. It kind of sounds like a lawnmower, to be honest. But this one has that like screaming, nice high pitch that everyone knows. I just kind of go over a little bit of the damage. So obviously I'll have to either get a new tank or get the dents out on this one and repaint it. The rim will have to be replaced. I'm pretty sure I can use this old tire and put it on the new one if it's not too messed up. It's hard to see on video, but this rotor out here is actually a little warped from the crash. This one seems okay, but it still might be a little warped, so I'm gonna get new brakes for it, at least the rotors. Forks, I'm praying, are good. If they're not, then that kind of sucks. It's always kind of hard to assess the damage on something when you don't know what's supposed to be there exactly. So I'm assuming this thing has like a front headlight bracket that goes out. Everything with electrical seems to be there. There's like no frayed wires, which is great. I hate messing with that kind of stuff. Obviously the fairings are gonna have to go. And one thing as well, it's low on coolant. Actually, yeah, it's really low on coolant. And on the pictures from Copart, you could see that there was coolant all over the ground. So I'm hoping this radiator is good. I did start it up and let it warm up. This bike is kind of weird. It doesn't tell you what the temperature is and like numbers. It just shows lines. So I wasn't sure if it was warmed up all the way or not. I don't know how many lines were too warm, I guess. Obviously something's wrong with the brake system because, well, the brake fluid's not there. So it probably cut a line down there somewhere. These levers are gonna have to be replaced. Oh, and the rear set back here is gonna have to get replaced. I'm not too sure what this does. This was kind of hanging down here, and I really want to know what it is. And also this chain, I don't know if it should be replaced or if this rust can get cleaned off. I don't know too much about bikes, guys, so I guess I'll have to do some research and ask some people. But yeah, I might have to get a new chain. I don't think that's too expensive or that big of a deal. And the new sprocket or whatever. If you guys are excited to see this build series, make sure you stay along with the videos because I am going to do a little series on this. And hopefully I can get it up and running really soon because summertime is coming up. So thanks for watching.